Hi and welcome to another gaming video, and in today's video I want to talk about Mario Kart and which version is the best. We have Mario Kart World due to be released on the also soon to be released Switch 2, but in this video I want to talk about which of the previous versions of Mario Kart is the best. As far as I can sort of kind of count, we've had about 11 versions of Mario Kart plus a few extras, but I'm talking about the home and portable consoles. So starting in 1992 we had the original Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo. Then for 1996 we had Mario Kart 64 on the Nintendo 64. In 2001 we had Mario Kart Super Circuit for the Game Boy Advance, the first portable version of Mario Kart. Then in 2003 we had Mario Kart Double Dash for the GameCube. In 2005 we had Mario Kart DS for the Nintendo DS. In 2008 we saw Mario Kart Wii for the Nintendo Wii. Mario Kart 7 was released for the 3DS in 2011. Then we had Mario Kart 8 released in 2014 for the Wii U. And then we had Mario Kart 8 Deluxe released for the Nintendo Switch in 2017. 2025 is going to see Mario Kart World for the Switch 2, but I want to talk about the previous ones. We've had a few little additions. We did have Mario Kart Live Home Circuit for the Switch, and then we've also had a few arcade versions of Mario Kart Arcade, and there was a mobile version called Mario Kart Tour. But I want to talk through each version of, well, the main versions of Mario Kart, as I'm going to refer to them as. Like I said, Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo was the first version in 1992, and it is a fantastic game. I still play it today. It's very basic in comparison to later editions, but it kind of set that groundwork for, for the whole Mario Kart series. I'd never really got into Mario Kart 64 too much. I have played it, but I've never been a big fan of the Nintendo 64, but it just brought a whole 3D element to the Mario Kart series. With the Game Boy Advance version in Mario Kart Super Circuit, it was the first portable version of Mario Kart, and it was a kind of mix. It brought in elements of Mario Kart 64, but it still retained that look from the SNES version, sort of semi 3D, Mode 7 style game. The first real version of Mario Kart that I really got into was on the GameCube. That's Mario Kart Double Dash, and it brought with it this whole new sort of element that I don't think they've had since. Is that you basically picked two characters. One was your driver, one sat in the back of your car, and you could switch between them. It was pretty good fun to play, and you could also do that as a two-player. So you could be the driver and somebody else could be sitting in the back, and it was a very unique element. Then we've got Mario Kart DS. Now, it wasn't the first portable version of Mario Kart, but it certainly made a huge improvement over Super Circuit. The DS version of Mario Kart is superb. I still play it a lot today, and I really did enjoy it. And it was a decent version of Mario Kart on the go. Then you've got Mario Kart for the Wii, and it was a good version. I mean, it relied a little bit too much on the whole sort of waving your arms around motion control, putting your Wii remote in a little bit of round plastic to represent a steering wheel. If you had an early Wii, then you could plug in a GameCube controller and play it that way. So it was a very good version of Mario Kart. And then you've got Mario Kart 7 for the 3DS. It's a portable version. It really brought in a lot of new elements. It looked more like the Wii version. Obviously, the graphics difference between a DS and a 3DS were quite large, and it was a gorgeous looking version of Mario Kart. Then we moved to the Wii U, a Nintendo's very ill-fated console, and it brought Mario Kart 8. That is a fantastic game. It's so fantastic that when they brought the Switch out, they just rebadged it and made it sort of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, bumped up the graphics, and we have had that for the last sort of 7 or 8 years with the Switch. They've added to it. There's been a lot of expansion packs and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is huge compared to Mario Kart 8, but it's essentially the same game. And then going forward, like I say, we've got Mario Kart Worlds for the Switch 2 when it arrives. And it's gone more open world. They've really expanded on the whole Mario Kart. I mean, you've still got your racing elements in there, but they took it further than just a standard kart racing game. So yeah, that is a quick run through of pretty much the Mario Kart games. But the point of this video is to find out which is the best version of Mario Kart, and I'm not going down on sales, I'm going down on personal experience. So to narrow it down to one, was a little tricky to start with, so I've got a top three here, and coming in at number three is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. You cannot argue with the phenomenon that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has been for the last 6-7 years on the Switch. It's fantastic. It did borrow from the Wii U version, but they did expand on it. It is huge. So that comes in at number three. My second favorite version of Mario Kart is Double Dash on the GameCube. Superb version. Loved all the tracks, and I really did like the whole two-player version. One driver, one in the back. You could play that yourself and switch between them, or you could play with someone else and they could be the person in the back and you could switch around that way. That was a fantastic addition. But taking my number one spot as the best ever version of Mario Kart, and the version of Mario Kart that I have played the most over the years, is Mario Kart DS. It was a little I couldn't really quite decide between Mario Kart DS and Mario Kart 3DS. As you know, I'm a huge fan of portable game, and I just thought that going from the Game Boy Advance version to the DS was a bigger jump than going from the DS to the 3DS, and I spent the most time playing Mario Kart DS, even more time than I did playing the original Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo. So for me, the best version of Mario Kart is Mario Kart DS, and it is a game that I still play. Most of these other versions I pick up occasionally, but I do constantly go back to Mario Kart DS. It is just a superb version of a karting game, and like I say, it wasn't the first portable version, but it was the first. It was the best portable version of Mario Kart before you get into things like the Switch versions, which are home consoles, but you can play them portably as well. So yes, if I was to be asked what the best version of Mario Kart is, in top three, you've got in third place Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. In second place, you've got Mario Kart Double Dash, but taking the top spot is Mario Kart DS, an absolutely phenomenal game that I do still play to this day and absolutely love. Let me know, do you agree with my top three? Which version of Mario Kart do you think is the best? Drop a comment, let me know. Link, like, subscribe, enjoy.